There is a stunning double standard that I want to talk about today with this idea of leave the USA if you don't like it, which Donald Trump has started talking about more and more lately. And at the same time, Donald Trump has a different message for immigrants from other countries where he says, no, 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 if there are problems in your country, if there are things you don't like in your country, you shouldn't come to the US. You should stay there and fix those problems. So let me reset this for you so we all know what I'm talking about here. I told you last week that Donald Trump's latest slogan, love it or leave it, about people who don't like things that are happening in the United States, is straight out of the KKK's 1970s playbook. There were billboards in all sorts of places where the Ku Klux Klan would use this slogan in the 1970s, in North Carolina, also in other states, love it or leave it. And it was about being against communism, and I forget the other intention that it had, but it was relevant to the politics at the time that the KKK was getting behind. Trump has adopted this slogan and this idea now, and he's increasingly taking the approach that if the ethnic minority, Democratic congresswomen, or whoever aren't pleased with something that's going on in the United States, they should just move to another country that they like better. They don't need to try to change the United States. Love it or leave it. If you don't like it, then just go somewhere else. But then at the same time, when Donald Trump is faced with the reality that we have many immigrants who are coming to the United States, fleeing their home countries, seeking asylum, his view becomes completely different. Oh, no, they shouldn't fall under the love it or leave it umbrella. If they don't like what's going on in their home country, they should stay there and fix the problems of their country so that then their country would be better and they would no longer be interested in coming to the United States. That's exactly what people are trying to do here in the United States, right? Trump says immigrants should fix their home countries rather than go to a different country. It would be immigrants to the United States. Let me say it a different way. Foreigners should stay in their home countries and try to fix them rather than coming to the United States. Well, that's what people in the United States are trying to do. And you're telling them, if you don't like what's going on here, go somewhere else. When we call for changing our immigration policy, we're trying to fix our country. To say, if you don't like it, go somewhere else is antithetical to what this country was founded on. We want to change the healthcare system here so that we can live here and have healthier people and people who can work in ways that are not impacted by whether they're going to lose health insurance, mediocre as it might be, by quitting their job. We're staying in our country and trying to change it. But in those cases, Trump's advice is go to Europe or go to some other place that has the healthcare system that you're describing. No, this is the entire point. We want to improve the country. We're not trying to bail out and go somewhere else. So this fundamentally comes down to yet another one of these double standards. I know that, why even mention it at this point? The Republican Party under Trump has become completely immune to double standards. No one could possibly support Trump if they cared about double standards. So we've got to go beyond that. This is about how politics works, okay? If we allow this narrative of if you have so many complaints, why don't you just leave? If we allow that to become valid political discourse, we are allowing one of the fundamental roles of politics to be perverted. The reason people vote in elections, the reason we have elections is so that if you're not happy with what's taking place here, you can change it, okay? There are so many ideas that this president pushes that are fundamentally anti-American. We've talked about most of them. Threats to the press, recently saying he would take help from Russia or China in 2020. Sure, why not? The way we're treating asylum seekers, it's all anti-American. But one of the most anti-American ideas that's been flowing out of this White House's collective mouth is the idea that if you don't like what's happening here, you should leave and go elsewhere. There's nothing more American than being an activist for the type of country you want to have. And I'll go even further. Donald Trump spent Barack Obama's presidency slamming Obama about all the things that were wrong with the United States of America. He ran on making America great again by changing it from Obama's America. By his own logic, right? He should be leaving if he doesn't like it. He didn't like it under Obama. He should have left. Instead, he ran for president and won. So, of course, it's a talking point. Of course, it's ignorant rhetoric from the White House. Love it or leave it. But it is so fundamentally anti-American that we can't give him an inch on this one. Don't like it, leave? No. It's if you don't like it, you try to change it. Just like Trump did in 2016, just like we've been doing for hundreds of years. So it's really important. Help me on this one. We cannot allow the love it or leave it idea. I know the slogan is cartoonishly a KKK slogan revitalized by Donald Trump, as he has done with so many nationalist slogans and mottos over the last couple of years. I understand that. The idea of it cannot be allowed to infiltrate American politics because it is so destructive and so anti-American. Make sure you give us a like on Facebook at facebook.com/David Pakman Show. Approaching 100,000 likes on Facebook, which the kids these days tell me no longer matters. The kids are all off Facebook now. But apparently to people my age, Facebook is still sort of cool. So anyway, give us a like there. Quick break. Back after this.